What is up, hooligans? Happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. Going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we will be getting things started. We're going to be starting off by covering the little bit of press briefing by Caroline Levitt. She was live today, but I had stuff going on, so I wasn't able to cover it. So we're going to watch about 6 minutes of it just to hear what they were talking about. We're not going to cover any of the questions, just off the top. Then we got a video titled Trump Joined by Kid Rock in the Oval Office. I think this happened yesterday, but either way, it's quite a sight to behold, so I figured we might as well cover it. Then we got a video titled Democrat Pulls All-Nighter Protesting Trump, Musk on Senate Floor. I don't know what this individual is doing. Just crying really hard. President Trump's got everybody in their feelings, and this guy's on like a 16-hour rant. Then we got a video titled Musk hints strangely wealthy members of Congress are the next DOGE target. So apparently DOGE is going to be looking into Congress and seeing how are they making all this money if they're only getting paid like $200,000 a year. How are they becoming millionaires? Then we got a video titled Jeffrey Epstein accuser Virginia somebody says that she has days to live. Apparently she's a victim from the Epstein stuff, or at least that's what she has said. That's what she's claimed. But apparently she was just hit by a bus, and they're saying she's got 4 days to live. Then we got a video titled America Loves What Trump is Doing. This is an Alina Habba Habba video giving us an update from what she knows going on with President Trump and all of that. Then we got a video titled Judicial System Failed Us. New Mexico GOP Vandalized by Lefties. It's interesting to have a GOP HQ getting vandalized. There was a couple months ago where we were covering Democrat headquarters getting vandalized. Now, when that happened, they act like it was White Supreme Pizza and all of that. Then we got a video that is titled Attorney General Seeks Death Penalty for Luigi Mangione. It's the individual that assassinated that healthcare CEO. They're seeking the death penalty. Then we got a video titled Laid Off San Francisco HHS Worker Speaks Out After Abrupt Closure of Regional Office. This woman is basically being interviewed right after she got laid off. And if that breaks your heart, we got something to make up for it. It's titled Senator Banks Scorches Recently Fired HHS Staffer Begging for His Job Back. That's a funny video. Then we got a video titled 17 Felon Migrant Suspect Deported to El Salvador Under the Title 8 Authority. This is Tom Homan giving us an update on what's going on with the mass deportations, even though there's all these judges standing in the way. Then the last little bit of the news is Lefties Losing It. It's titled Tesla Vandals FAFO Face Instant Justice. Of course, it's going to be a plethora of lefties losing their marbles. Then we will be... Let me see. We'll be getting into our two funny videos of the day. First one's titled Burchett Hurting Feelings. And then our official funny video of the day is titled Every Time I Hear Lefties Speak. All of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat. See how you hooligans are doing today. We're quiet. Thank you for letting me know here, Juicer. Let me see what I can do. I shouldn't be quiet, but what can I do? Let me see really quick. What if we turn it up? All right. Is this better here, Juicer, or is it not better? Let me know. Either way, what is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up here, Juicer? What's up, Damsel? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Snooks? Happy freedom to you. Let me see here. What is up, everyone, over on Rumble? Cody, you were first today. I appreciate you racing to the chat, Cody. What's up, Bobby? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Ghostly? Appreciate you being here. Let me see. What's up, Mr. Satan? What's up, Crystals? What's up, Kevin? What's up, Ghostly? If I can get you already. What's up, H-Bick? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Rappy? What's up, Elder Zoomer? What's up, MC? Happy freedom. What's up, Mr. B New? What's up, Elisa? You hooligans are welcome to hit that like button. See if you can get us on the front page of Rumble. And what is up, everyone, over on Kick? What's up, Viola? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone, over on Twitch? Oh, my God. Are we dropping frames? We were. Apparently, the internet was taking a shit, but I guess we're good now. What is up, everyone, over on Twitch? What's up, Cat of Bikes? What's up, Tony Bridge? What's up, Murdercom? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone, over on the Goof Tube? What's up, My Fart? What's up, Shanti? What's up, Tomafia? What's up, Dan? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Para? What's up, Conundrum? What's up, Christine? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. You guys are welcome to hit that thumbs up as well. Oh, come on, X. What is up, everyone over on X? What's up, Tony Rich? Appreciate you being omnipresent. All right, hooligans, we're going to go ahead and get into things. Like I said, this first one's titled White House Press Briefing with Secretary Caroline Leavitt. We missed it today because I had stuff I had to do. Not that I wanted to do it, but I had to do it, and I didn't have a choice. So we're going to cover about 6 minutes of this. This is just her coming out, explaining to us what's going on around the White House, and then we will be moving on to other things. But before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, we have these Golden Age t-shirts. Now, this design was created by Alistair, and Alistair is a badass in just about everything he does. So I will be posting all of his links in the chats, so you guys have the opportunity to hire him for your creative needs, because if you think it, he can create it. Now, this design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, stickers, dog tags. We even made cooking aprons out of this design. Today I got on the plain Jane Jeff Mac t-shirt. We got lots of items and lots of designs in the merch store. I'll be dropping all the links in the chat while we're watching this first video.
Good to see you all. I want to start today by addressing the U.S. Army soldiers who went missing while conducting a mission to repair and tow an immobilized tactical vehicle in Lithuania in the early hours of March 25th. Tragically, 3 soldiers were found deceased in Lithuania yesterday, and it pains me to confirm that today the 4th soldier was also found deceased. The President, the Secretary of Defense, and the entire White House are praying for the victims' friends and family during this unimaginable time. This is another stark reminder of the selfless sacrifice of our brave military men and women who risk their lives around the world every day to keep us safe. God bless them. On another note, at our southern border, there is more massive news. Southwest border crossings in March fell to the lowest level in American history, down 94% from March of last year under President Biden, when 137,000 illegal aliens poured across our wide-open southern border. Thanks to President Trump's leadership, Border Patrol agents are now back to doing the jobs they signed up for, securing the border, rather than serving as travel agents for illegal aliens. The Los Angeles Times captured the Trump effect on the border with a recent article. Their headline read, "California-Mexico border, once overwhelmed, is now nearly empty." With so few migrants coming into the U.S., they wrote, "Shelters that once served migrants have completely closed." Deportations of illegal aliens who threaten the safety of the American people are also continuing at a rapid pace. Over the weekend, the United States military transferred a group of 17 violent criminals from the Tren de Aragua and MS-13 terrorist organizations to El Salvador. And an illegal alien who was released by the Biden administration into our country was just arrested in Georgia and charged with the horrific killing of Camelia Williams, a mother of 5 and grandmother. The suspect has now been indicted on charges of malice murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, rape, aggravated sexual battery, and necrophilia, which, for those who don't know, necrophilia is a sexual obsession with a corpse. This suspect was ordered to be removed in July 2023, but the Biden administration allowed him to stay. This case represents the ruthless murderers, rapists, and pedophiles who Joe Biden and Democrats let into our country over the past 4 years through our southern border. They should have never been here in the first place. Keep this in mind the next time you see Democrats protesting future illegal alien removals from our country. President Trump is focused on fulfilling his greatest obligation, to keep the American people safe and to defend our country from violent invaders. Looking ahead to tomorrow, April 2nd, 2025, will go down as one of the most important days in modern American history. Our country has been one of the most open economies in the world, and we have the consumer base hands down, the best consumer base. But too many foreign countries have their markets closed to our exports. This is fundamentally unfair. The lack of reciprocity contributes to our large and persistent annual trade deficit that's gutted our industries and hollowed out key workforces. But those days of America, beginning tomorrow, being ripped off are over. American workers and businesses will be put first under President Trump, just as he promised on the campaign trail. The president's historic action tomorrow will improve American competitiveness in every area of industry, reduce our massive trade deficits, and ultimately protect our economic and national security. President Trump's economic vision is rooted in common sense. America will offer companies the lowest taxes, energy costs, regulations, if they make their products right here in the United States and hire American workers for the job. It's simple. If you make your product in America, you will pay no tariffs. We have already seen a number of the largest companies in the world respond to this economic approach. For example, Project Stargate, led by Japan-based SoftBank and US-based OpenAI and Oracle, announced a $500 billion private investment in the United States-based artificial intelligence infrastructure. Apple announced a $500 billion investment in U.S. manufacturing and training. NVIDIA announced it will invest hundreds of billions of dollars over the next 4 years in U.S.-based manufacturing. And the Taiwan semiconductor manufacturing company TSMC announced a $100 billion investment in U.S.-based chips and manufacturing. These are just a few of the investment announcements that have already been made, and it is clear that President Trump's America First approach is already working. In our new media seat today is Mark Halperin, the co-founder and editor-in-chief of two.
All right, so that's the press briefing from earlier today. Like I said, I had something going on. That's why we weren't able to cover it. And I've been doing my damn taxes. I don't know when that'll be done. I only got to sleep 3 hours, and I'll be doing them all later today. Anyways, like I said, that's Caroline Leavitt from earlier today. Next up, we got President Trump joined by Kid Rock in the Oval Office. Like I said, I believe this was yesterday. We're going to be covering that next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about Caroline Leavitt, talking about everything going on around the White House, including some military members that were lost and then found dead, and it's kind of mysterious the way they talk about that. But either way, we're going to read through really quick, and we'll get on to this next one with President Trump and Kid Rock. Kevin, you got another storm coming. I got a winter storm alert on my phone for your area. Yeah, our weather has been crazy. We had like a 60-degree day, and then the next day we had like flash freezing. And then yesterday it was freezing cold. Now it's sunny out, but I don't even think it's going to hit 40 degrees today. Our weather sucks. What's up, MU? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Kung Fu? What's up, Mary Todd? Happy freedom. Cody, Caroline Leavitt, so much easier on the eyes than KJP. Yeah. What's up, Cricket Kiss? Happy freedom to you. Kung Fu, you got strep throat? I'm sorry to hear that. Hope you recover quickly. MC, Booker must be on meth. Yeah, I think he's 16 hours into complaining about Trump. What's up, Fanatical? Happy freedom. What's up, Brian? No, Shrimish, we just got started. Yeah, Cricket Kiss, I hate doing taxes. I hate it so much. When I bring my paperwork to my tax guy, it's like this thick. It's like 600 pages of handmade documents. It sucks. What's up, Roy? Happy freedom to you. Rappy, I forgot about April Fool's Day. Yeah, I don't celebrate April Fool's Day. Today is 3 years where every day, every single day, cyber criminals have attacked me. For 3 years today. I do not celebrate April Fool's Day at all. Brian, Booker's such an attention whore. Feels like something Mitt Romney would do. Yeah, we got a video on it. What's up, Susan? Happy freedom. What's up, Geezer Man? Happy freedom to you. Susan, Kid Rock has arranged for Bill Maher to be invited to the White House and have dinner with President Trump. I think they already did that. I'm trying to think, because I saw a video with Kid Rock from today where he was talking about that, but it wasn't as interesting as when Kid Rock was actually in the Oval Office with President Trump, and we didn't cover that, so I went for the latter video. But either way, what's up, Andy? Happy freedom. What's up, Chappie? What's up, Cam? What's up, Kevin? What's up, Cinderella? Happy Freedom. Cinderella, I have to do another return from over 10 years ago because they said I owe $12K, but it wasn't me. I'm sorry to hear that, Cinderella. I hate dealing with taxes and the IRS and all that crap. What's up, Mushrooms? What's up, Bob? Happy Freedom. Wait, Cory Booker's still talking? Holy shit, longest speech ever. I think it is the longest speech ever. I can't remember what the longest one is. I think they say it in this video that we got coming up. But as far as I know, he is still talking. All right, Hooligans, we'll get into this next one. Like I said, Trump joined by Kid Rock in the Oval Office. Get this pulled up really quick. Maybe. All right. Now, like I said, I think this is from yesterday, but we weren't live yesterday, so we might as well cover it. Like I said, this is President Trump being joined by Kid Rock to talk about ticket prices. A lot of people are complaining about Kid Rock's outfit. I know you can't see it in the still image right now. There's a lot of people pissy about it because President Trump making fun of Zelensky for not wearing a suit. And Kid Rock's not exactly wearing a suit. I'm not real impressed that he's wearing a hat and sunglasses in the Oval Office, but either way, it's Kid Rock. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Of course, sir. So this is an executive order, as you said, that deals with the ticket reselling business. For fans of live entertainment and for entertainers as well, the ticket reselling industry has become a huge issue. These people use bots and computer algorithms to buy up huge blocks of tickets and then jack up the price so that fans of live entertainers like Mr. Ritchie, I almost called him Mr. Rock, don't have access to concerts the way that they should. And when they do, it's at exorbitantly high prices. So what this executive order does, it charges the FTC and the Department of Justice with rigorously enforcing laws on the books in collaboration with state attorneys general that have power over consumer protection and other people who have the power to really crack down on this issue so that entertainers and fans won't be subject to these abusive and oftentimes illegal practices.
Good. Thank you very much. Bob, you want to say something?
Yeah, anybody it doesn't matter your politics. First off, thank you, Mr. President, because this has happened at lightning speed. I know you put, I want to make sure Alina Habba gets her credit too, because I know she worked very hard on this, but thank you for making this happen so quick. Anyone who's bought a concert ticket in the last decade, maybe 20 years, no matter what your politics are, knows that it's a conundrum. You buy a ticket for $100, by the time you check out, it's $170. You don't know what you can charge for, but more importantly, these bots. You know, they come in to get all the good tickets to your favorite shows you want to go to, and then they're relisted immediately for sometimes a 400% or 500% markup. And the artists don't see any of that money. And, you know, ultimately, I think this is a great first step. I would love down the road if there would be some legislation that we could actually put a cap on the resale of tickets. And I'm a capitalist and a deregulation guy, but they've tried this in some places in Europe, and it seems to be the only thing that's us as artists be able to get the tickets into the hands of the fans at the prices we set. I'll be the first one to say, and I know the president doesn't like when I say this, but I'm a little overpaid right now. It's kind of ridiculous. I would rather be, you know, a hero to working class people and have them be able to come attend my shows and give them a fair ticket price. I can't control that right now, so hopefully this is a step to really be able to make that happen. I know a lot of artists and a lot of fans who love concerts and music are going to be very appreciative of you taking this.
And I think Bob is more interested in the fans and the people that are having to pay crazy prices than he is the artist. Maybe the artist a little bit, but the fans a lot. I've spoken to him over the years about it, and it's been it bothers him. It bothers a lot of other artists too. You see the artists, and they go out with a $100 ticket and it sells for $2,000 the following night. And they seem to be able to sweep up the best locations, too, which is pretty amazing. So
they've only enforced that Bots Act one time, I believe. Yeah. A couple of years ago in New York City, I think we got a $2 million fine. And that's the only time they've enforced that act.
And who's the primary culprit? Who sells these tickets?
It's the scalpers. It's these bots go in, and they're automated, so you're...
But is there a company involved? You might not want to say.
No. Well, there's reselling markets.
I think I know, Peter. But that's all right. Don't get them involved.
What company do you think?
Maybe they're more innocent than we think. Huh?
Well, if you think of it, like if Ticketmaster sells a ticket, if you buy a ticket and go to a show, you're in a lot of ways their worst customer. Because they make another 17, whatever percentage every time that ticket resells. So they don't want to enforce the Bots Act necessarily because they're making more money off it. The artists don't see any of that money, but that's not what I'm advocating for, is for me to make more money. I want the fans to have fair ticket prices, be able to go and enjoy more shows. I know people that they decide on a family vacation or going to their favorite concert once a year rather than, my parents used to go see multiple shows when you could afford them back in their day. And I'd like to take my ticket prices lower, but if I set my ticket prices low, these bots immediately eat them up and they resell for hundreds of dollars more, and I'm just making these bad actors rich.
Yeah. Well, I think this is a big step to getting it stopped. Do you have something, Brian?
Yeah, I do actually. I actually feel that the consumer is going to take the money that they've saved and actually buy merch, which you guys have a big percentage of, or do concessions, which you guys split with the venue on that as well. So I think their money
we don't
goes
share in
first.
concessions a lot. But
No?
those are, we try to, but they don't want to share it in the beer prices and parking or any of that stuff. But the bottom line is there's money for everyone to be made. There's plenty of money to go around. No one's going to really lose here. Ticketmaster, if we can get a cap, they're going to lose some money. But I've already talked to CEO Michael, and he's given me his word. He's on board for it.
I was talking to Jacoby with Papa Roach earlier, and by the way, he's a big fan of what you're doing, President Trump, digging into this whole scalping and the bots. A lot of musicians, you can say that, they're with Kid Rock, sir, on this,
I think so.
without a doubt.
A lot of people are.
President Trump, would you ever wear a jacket like that?
I don't know. I was thinking about doing it for tomorrow. We have a big event coming up, and I was thinking about doing it, but I'm not sure.
So you.
All right, so that's President Trump and Kid Rock hanging out in the Oval Office yesterday, trying to do something about ticket scalpers. This is a problem in all live events, not just concerts and stuff. They do this for music festivals and stuff too. Like Electric Forest here is like $750 a ticket, but if you buy it after tickets are sold out, it could be $1,000, $1,200 just to have 3 days at a music festival. I don't know exactly how they're going to crack down on that, but they seem like they're working towards it. Like I said, kind of controversial stuff about his outfit. I don't really care about his outfit, but there's a lot of lefties out there all butthurt again because of Zelensky having two different inquiries on why he never wears a suit. And they said the same thing about Elon. They were like, well, Elon never wears a suit. Then Elon started wearing suits, and now Kid Rock's there, and they're like, how come he doesn't have a suit on? I don't care about that stuff. Not a big fan of wearing a hat indoors or sunglasses indoors. That may be because I was raised by old people. It's considered rude, disrespectful, but I'm sure Kid Rock wasn't doing it to be rude or anything like that. It was just the first thing I noticed when I seen this. Next up, Democrats pull a all-nighter protesting President Trump and Elon Musk on the Senate floor. This is Booker, and he's still going. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about Kid Rock hanging out with President Trump in the Oval Office. Snooks, I thought the same thing about his clothing. Yeah, I mean, he's styling and all. It's a loud outfit. And the volume on his outfit is really loud. What's up, Turbo? Happy freedom to you. Mary Todd, Kid Rock's not a leader of the country. Yeah. Brian, at least he's not dressed like Sean Connery in Zardos. I don't know what that is. What's up, Pumpkin? Happy freedom to you. MU, our president, does a good job with everyone. I agree. High Plains Drifter, patriotic Elvis. There you go. That's. I think that's what he was aiming for. Cody, what do we think the unders looks like? It's either a thong or he ain't got no unders on. I'm saying it's one or the other. Fanatical Deucey says he looks like he's ready to be shot out of a cannon. That is hilarious. Totally care. Happy freedom to you. Booker's a hooker. He is. I've never even heard. I didn't even know he was a person that existed until he started crying about President Trump for 16 hours. Why would you even want to be known for that? Like, hey, look, there's the guy that complained about President Trump for 16 hours straight because he had nothing else going on in his life. What's up, Meta? Happy freedom to you. Guess who? Happy freedom. Jeff wants to rock that outfit in a Subaru. I don't know. It didn't look that damn comfortable. I don't know if it's leather or what it is, but it didn't look very comfortable. There's no way I'd be cruising around the Subaru wearing that. What's up, Teasel? What's up, Proud Patriot Girly? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Real Life? Tim Mack, he wore it just to piss off the liberals, so it worked. Yep, I guess so. Happy freedom to you, Tim Mack. What's up, Ronnie? Happy freedom to you. Come on, mouse. Jesus loves us. Bob, Kid Rock's not asking for billions of dollars. That's true. Bob, the IRS is auditing me because I got my car for such a good deal. Yeah, my paperwork looks a little different this year. I'm hoping I don't get audited. I mean, it's not really a big deal if I do. I got all my receipts and shit, but I hate doing taxes so much. It takes years off my life. Bob, graphics cards are going through the same deal. People selling pictures of graphics cards for $3,000 because bots wouldn't check the description and auto buying to scalp. Yeah. Well, and the prices of graphics cards are really high because people use it to mine crypto and stuff. Before people were doing that, they were expensive, but they weren't nothing like what they are now. They're ridiculously expensive. Snooks, you crack me up. All right, we're going to go ahead and get into this next one. Like I said, Democrats pull all-nighter protesting President Trump as well as Elon Musk on the Senate floor. It's coming up next, but first I want to remind you hooligans really quick. If you would like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chat on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Like I said, we're going to get into this next one. Democrats pull an all-nighter crying about Elon and President Trump because they ain't got nothing else to do with their lives. They're already talking about impeaching President Trump. And I wonder if it'll get that far where they'll actually hold a hearing and then the hearing won't go through. He won't actually get impeached because he's not doing anything but making America great again. But then Blue News will say he's the president that's been impeached 3 times and they'll scream that for the next 4 years. I'm calling it now. Anyways, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommiTube and let's get into this.
Meanwhile, let's talk a little bit about while you were sleeping. It all started about, 11 hours ago. It looked just like that. Cory Booker, the senator from the state of New Jersey, started a marathon speech, and he made it very clear. He said, I'm going to keep going as long as I'm physically able. And what he's doing, and is doing live right now as he puts on his glasses, is he's talking about the actions taken by Donald Trump over his administration thus far. Not happy about any of it. But keep in mind, he's part of the Democratic leadership in the Senate, and Democrats are under pressure from their base to do more to stand up to Donald Trump.
How does this work?
So he's standing up against Donald Trump, even though Donald Trump is down the street.
Do the senators all have to be there?
Nope.
They have to stay there all night?
No, it's not even blocking any
Is he speaking to anyone?
Nobody.
So he just wants national
Maybe
attention.
he has a few fans.
Well, there are a couple other senators who occasionally ask him questions, and he yields the floor. But by yielding for a question, then he still controls the floor. This is not a filibuster, by the way.
So here's what did you miss last night when you made that dumb decision to sleep?
I rise with the intention of disrupting the normal business of the United States Senate for as long as I am physically able. I rise tonight because I believe sincerely that our country is in crisis. We are not solving the deficit in what they're proposing here. They're cutting and cutting and cutting things that make no sense to cut, and they're doing it for tax breaks which disproportionately go to the wealthiest. Placing tariffs on our biggest trade partners is beyond unfair. This drives the cost of goods up, and the consumer is the one who ends up paying the increase. Even with universities that got too woke and had too excesses, the antidote to that isn't to try to shut down the thought of the left. It's to try to make a fair, more competitive marketplace for ideas from all around the political spectrum.
How would you do that?
I mean, there's just several things that he said are just not true. He's still running on the tax cut for the rich. Not true. And most Americans understand that. And they believe that under the past administration, when Donald Trump had his first term, that they got a tax break. They know that to be true. He also talks about the university campuses. So you're going to side with the people that are blocking the Jews from going to class right now? That's not going to work with the American people. And just over and over the talking points. If you want to get the American people attention, you don't do it on the floor of the Senate. You go and you start talking with voters. I'm not sure he's going to
town hall, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure this is going to get much attention. I mean, we're probably the only people that are covering this right now. I don't think the American people care what he's saying on the floor right now.
I think he just wants to be relevant.
Yeah, it's
I think
thirsty.
that the progressive group has gotten so much attention lately. I think he's seeing like all these younger people or people who are new in Congress get all this attention. Like AOC, she's not new, but she's always out there. Jasmine Crockett is new. We're hearing a lot from her. I think he's doing this so that we all cover it on the morning show, and he gets some attention.
But can I just bring up one other thing? If you want attention, Lindsey Graham showed you the template. John McCain showed you the template. Joe Manchin showed you the template. You go out and you make news and you say things that are relevant. And then all the reporters follow you around. Hillary Vaughn and everybody else. They go, okay, we got to get this interview. But just doing a filibuster saying, I really have no agenda. I'm just going to rail against the administration overnight. It's like I'm volunteering to do something when no one's watching. So congratulations. I don't know who your PR guy is, but just go stay active.
He has been active. He's been.
All right, so Booker acting like an idiot. Even Fox realizes it. Even Fox is saying, well, it doesn't really matter. Now, this isn't the longest speech ever. He might be trying to go for it. But according to this Google search, it says the longest speech was Senator Strom Thurmond, maybe? South Carolina Democrat who later joined the Republican Party. Thurmond spoke against Civil Rights Act of 1957 for 24 hours and 18 minutes. Now, maybe that was worth talking about, but Booker here, he's got a ways to go. He's got like another 10 hours of complaining before he's going to beat any records. Apparently the internet's dropping. We might have to reset this live if we're going to keep having issues. I don't know why my life has to suck so bad this week. I cannot stand this week. I feel like I'm dreaming right now. Ugh. I've only slept like 5 hours in the last 2 days. Anyways, now people are bitching. Okay. Let's reset the live because I can't handle any stress today or I'm going to freak out and put my hands through this computer screen. So, pretty much everyone except for YouTube and X, you can sit tight. YouTube and X, you'll have to find the new live. Give me a second so I can reset everything, and we'll be right back.